It's time for the Glendale Devotional Podcast, a 5-minute weekday devotional ministry from Glendale Baptist Church in Glen, Mississippi. The speaker is John Haynes. Now, here is Brother John.
Welcome. We're glad that you're here today. Last week and this week, we've been talking about the prodigal son, introducing various characters in this parable. The son had walked away from virtually everything he knew. He left a good home, he left a good family, he left the security he had known even as a child. He left for a far country, I guess to experience life. But the only thing, he was simply trying to satisfy his temporary desires, and pretty soon he had squandered all that he had. When a famine came into the area, this prodigal son quickly realized that he had no one. So he, quote, joined himself. That is, he pleaded with a person of the area to let him be a hired servant to the person's herd of swine. Don't forget those people who were with you when you were down. This young son had certainly hit rock bottom, especially in light from where he came. The unnamed citizen of this far country is never mentioned again. As you know, the son went back home, was reconciled with his father, and returned to his place as the younger son. But this person who showed kindness, this person who gave this son a chance when no one else did, often escapes our memory. I wonder if this person ever crossed the memory of the prodigal son. I'm almost certain that he did, simply because we don't forget those who helped us when we had nothing, when we had no one. Did the prodigal son stop in at the citizen's home and say, hey, thanks for letting me have a place in your operations, but you know what, I'm going home? We're not told that he did, but did he ever return to the far country once he was received by his father and approached the citizen? I'd like to think that he did, because we can all look back at people who didn't give up on us when we were struggling. We'll never forget them. I think about my family, friends, bosses, churches, and others who invested in a young, hyperactive pastor named John Haynes as he balanced being a husband, father, working a full-time job, and going to seminary. Again, I will never forget each of them. You might say, man, they gave me a job when I really needed a job. When everybody else seemed to turn their back on me, that person was there. Likewise, we tend to not forget those people who seemed to kick us while we were down. It causes us to think about individuals who were there for us. You know what? A phone call, a text, even a letter or card might be in order. Acknowledging someone's kindness and help to us at our time of need will be a blessing to the one who gave the kindness, and it will be a blessing to the one who gives the thank you. We'll start thinking about a hopeless situation when we needed someone, and God sent the very one we needed. As a result, the impact of others could even cause us to return the gesture to someone else who thinks they're down for the count. Let's pay it forward to someone, because someone paid it forward to us. Well, I see my time is up for today. Let's meet one another right here on the Liberty Radio Network tomorrow at the same time as we continue with the parable of the lost or prodigal son. We'll begin looking at the loving and looking Father tomorrow. My prayer for you is the same each day. Have a good and godly day.
Thank you for listening each afternoon at 12:05 on Fun 91 for the Glendale Devotional Podcast, presented by Glendale Baptist Church. Their mailing address is P.O. Box 70, Glen, Mississippi 38846.